Pause what you're doing for a moment and listen closely. The next time you lie down to sleep, don't close your eyes before following this exact sequence of steps. It's a 3-minute ritual that will mark the boundary between remaining in a state of scarcity and becoming a true magnet for wealth. This might sound bold, but believe me, what I'm about to reveal could be the very thing that separates you from another night spent mentally replaying worries, bills, and fears, and finally opening an unseen portal that connects your mind to a frequency where money, opportunities, and abundance flow effortlessly. Have you ever noticed how, as you get into bed, your mind refuses to rest? Even when your body is exhausted, it's as if your thoughts are racing, reminding you of past failures, projecting scenarios of debt, or just bringing up that suffocating feeling that nothing ever changes. What if I told you that this precise moment, when your eyelids feel heavy and the outside world begins to fade, holds the key to reprogramming your financial life for good? It's in this instant, between wakefulness and sleep, that your subconscious mind is at its most vulnerable, most open, most receptive. Joe Dispenza refers to this transitional state as a rare opportunity, almost like a quantum gateway where the conscious mind stops fighting and starts absorbing everything you feed it. If, until now, you've been feeding it fear, anxiety, and worry at this crucial time, you're about to learn how to give it something entirely different. And here is the point so few people grasp. This isn't about working harder, desperately chasing after money, or waiting for a miracle to fall from the sky. It's about alignment. It's about teaching your subconscious to vibrate in harmony with the energy of prosperity. Because money, before it's paper or a number in your bank account, is a vibration. It is information in motion. And those who learn to tune into this information attract without struggle everything that once seemed impossible. Now, take a moment to reflect. How many nights have you wasted lying in bed, dwelling on failures, imagining overdue bills, or thinking about what you dread? Each of those nights was like programming your subconscious to repeat the same cycle the very next day. But if you reverse this, if you use that same time, those same few minutes before sleeping, to imprint a new command deep within you, you will start to see the world respond in ways that currently seem unbelievable. I know this might sound strange, even improbable, but think about it. When you dream, your mind creates entire worlds, complete scenarios, and situations so real that your body reacts as if it's truly happening. If the mind can create such vivid realities while you sleep, why couldn't it consciously create abundance, wealth, and opportunities when you train it the right way? This is the power of the routine I am revealing here. 3 minutes that act as a secret key. 3 minutes that shatter patterns of scarcity, ingrained over years, and bring you into resonance with something greater, vaster, and infinitely richer. But I want you to understand from the outset, what I'm about to show you is not just a technique to attract money. It is a ritual of profound reprogramming. It's like planting a seed in the most fertile soil of your mind, the silent darkness of sleep. And that's why I need you to watch until the very end, because the final revelation is the most powerful of all. It's the piece that will tie every step together, opening your eyes to something you may have never considered, but which, when applied, can literally change the course of your financial life. If you felt up to this point that something is wrong, that you work hard, yet money seems to slip through your fingers, that you try to change but the results never come, then you need to hear this. Because your struggle is not against a lack of money, but against the emotional memories your mind insists on replaying, night after night. And it is in this exact moment, before you fall asleep, that you have the chance to break that cycle. So follow me. Allow yourself to dive into this knowledge and, most importantly, put it into practice tonight, because only then will you experience its immediate impact. By the way, if you want to go even deeper and have a resource that expands on this practice and reveals how to activate your mind for even greater manifestation, I've left a gift for you in the first pinned comment. Click on it later, because it might be exactly what you need to break free from the pattern of scarcity you've been repeating for years. Now take a deep breath, prepare yourself, because in the next few minutes you will discover what no one ever told you about the state between wakefulness and sleep. You will understand why this is the most powerful moment of your entire day and how to transform it into a simple, short nightly routine capable of attracting money like an invisible magnet. And before we continue, please take a moment to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This ensures you won't miss any of our future content that could forever change the way you think, feel, and attract the life you desire. What happens in the silence of the night is far more powerful than most people imagine. It's not just the body resting. It's not just the conscious mind shutting down. It is a transition, a secret passage between the world you see with your eyes open and the one you create with your mind closed. And it is precisely on this invisible frontier that your greatest opportunity for transformation lies. Joe Dispenza explains that the mind doesn't distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. For the brain, an intensely felt experience in thought can have the same impact as a real one. And in this detail lies the secret. When you lie down and allow thoughts of fear, failure, and scarcity to fill that space, your mind records it as truth. It's as if you're handing your subconscious a script to repeat the next day. This is why so many people wake up every day feeling like they are living the same struggle, always chasing but never catching up, always on the edge. It's not bad luck, it's programming. But if you flip the switch, if before sleeping you consciously choose what to give your subconscious, you transform this moment into a ritual of power. Sleep becomes an incubator for new realities. Every minute spent there becomes a creation laboratory, where your mind begins to vibrate at the frequency of what you desire. That's why I said just 3 minutes are enough, because it's not about the length of time, but the intensity and clarity of the message you send. Imagine your mind is like a garden. During the day, you scatter random seeds, worries, bad news, energy-draining conversations, doubts about the future. At night, this garden remains active, cultivating what was planted. But when you consciously choose to plant a different seed, when you close your eyes and send a clear image of the life you want, the fertile soil of your subconscious begins to work for you. And that changes everything. Perhaps you've heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "You have to suffer to achieve something." These beliefs take root early on and repeat themselves like invisible mantras. But the subconscious has no filter. It doesn't distinguish between a belief inherited from family, a collective fear, or the truth. It simply obeys. Therefore, the nightly practice I am revealing here is not just a manifestation technique. It is an act of liberation. It's the chance to teach your subconscious a new truth, that money can flow to you naturally, that abundance can be simple, that you can be deserving without carrying the weight of guilt. And here's a detail few understand. The hypnagogic state, that interval between being awake and falling asleep, is an open door to the quantum field. It's when your brain waves slow down, and you transition from the beta state of the alert, agitated mind to the alpha and theta states, where imagination, intuition, and connection to the unseen are amplified. It's as if the rational mind steps aside, making way for the pure language of energy. In this state, every thought charged with emotion becomes a command. It's like sending a direct order to the universe without any blockages. Now think, if every night you send commands of fear, lack, and frustration, what kind of response can the universe return? But if you learn to send the image of prosperity, the feeling of gratitude for what hasn't even arrived yet, but which you already feel as real, the response cannot be different. It's law. It's vibration. It's attraction. This is why I insist. Just 3 minutes can change everything. Because 3 well-used minutes in this state are more powerful than hours of effort in a waking state. It's like having access to a shortcut. And this shortcut requires no physical effort, no struggle, no exhaustion. It only requires surrender. Perhaps you're wondering, but how do I do this in practice? How do I turn these 3 minutes before sleep into a magnetic routine? The answer begins with intention. You need to decide what you want. It's not about vaguely wishing, like, I want more money. It's about creating clarity. What does it feel like to have that money? What would you do? What would your life be like, waking up knowing everything is taken care of? When you create these images and, most importantly, allow yourself to feel as if it's already real, you begin to reprogram your subconscious. Your body reacts. Your heart rate might increase, your breathing changes, and your brain releases chemical signals as if it were happening right now. This isn't delusion. It's science. It's neuroplasticity. The brain forges new connections, reinforces different circuits, and over time, your very identity shifts. You stop being someone who wants and become someone who is. And here's the beauty of it. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. While you are wanting, you are vibrating in a state of lack. But when you assume the state of already having, of already living it, you change the signal you emit, and the universe responds to that signal. This is the point where money starts appearing in unexpected ways, opportunities arise out of nowhere, and doors open. Not because you forced it, but because you became magnetic. Now I want you to reflect deeply. How many times have you tried to attract prosperity and felt frustrated by the lack of results? How many times have you believed something was wrong with you, that perhaps you weren't worthy? That pain, that emptiness, that weight you carry is not your fault. It's just old programming running in your subconscious without you even realizing it. But tonight, when you lie down, you have the chance to start writing a new story. It's simple. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. And instead of surrendering your mind to the chaos of thoughts, surrender it to a vision. See yourself receiving. See yourself living the life you desire. Feel it. Allow the emotion to be so real that your body believes it. And then, give thanks. Gratitude is the seal. It tells your subconscious, it is done. And when you fall asleep with that feeling, your brain works all night long to consolidate this new reality. With each night, with each repetition, you reinforce this new identity, and little by little, the external world begins to align. Because what you experience on the outside always begins on the inside. Money, prosperity, opportunities, all of it is a reflection of the internal field you cultivate. And the most powerful realization is that you don't need more effort, more struggle, more sacrifice. You just need awareness. You just need to learn how to use the 3 most important minutes of your day. And if you want to expand this practice even further, if you wish to discover deeper secrets about accessing the subconscious and multiplying this power, be sure to click the link I've left in the first pinned comment. There, you will find something that can accelerate this process even more, taking you to a level of manifestation that may seem impossible today. Now, imagine yourself a month from now, having practiced this every night. Imagine waking up and noticing that something has shifted, that things are starting to flow, that money is coming more easily, that unexpected situations are working in your favor. This is not a distant fantasy. It is a natural consequence of the vibration you begin to emit. And remember, the final revelation is the most powerful. You can follow the steps. You can feel. You can be grateful. But there is something even deeper. It's surrender. When you lie down and trust completely, when you release control and allow the universe to do its part, you activate the invisible intelligence that governs everything. This is the point where miracles happen. Because more than visualizing or wishing, you merge with the quantum field. You become a part of it. And when that happens, there are no limits. So tonight, before you sleep, don't just close your eyes on autopilot. Remember these words. Try it. Feel it. Let your mind be bathed in this new frequency. 3 minutes may seem short, but they are enough to break chains of scarcity that have held you for years. 3 minutes can separate who you have been from who you are about to become. What you have just discovered is not merely a technique, but a call to change how you experience every night of your life. Because deep down, everything you have ever sought was already available, just waiting for you to connect to the right frequency. Money, abundance, opportunities, none of these are out of your reach. They are not privileges reserved for a select few, but manifestations of a field of infinite possibilities that responds to what you emit. And here is the secret that completes this cycle. Life doesn't respond to what you silently wish for, but to what you consistently vibrate. This is why these 3 minutes before sleep are so transformative. They don't just plant seeds, they water them every night with the invisible water of your emotion and your faith. When you repeat this process, no matter how small the changes feel at first, each night is like a hammer blow to the wall of old beliefs that has imprisoned you for so long. Until suddenly, that wall breaks and abundance begins to flow in ways you could never have predicted. How many times have you gone to sleep with a sense of failure, as if you were walking in circles, not knowing how to break the cycle of lack? How many times has your pillow witnessed the tears you never showed anyone? The anguish of feeling like you try so hard and receive so little? That silent, heavy pain is proof that you need a new story. And that story begins the moment you decide to take command of what you feed your subconscious. When you close your eyes tonight, you won't just be going to sleep. You will be setting yourself free. You will be transforming the space of darkness into a sacred laboratory of creation. You will realize that it's not just about visualizing banknotes or paid bills, but about feeling worthy, capable, deserving. Because the true secret of manifestation is not what you ask for, but what you believe is already yours. And if you feel you need an extra push, if you sense something inside you crying out for change and a deeper step, don't ignore that call. I've left something special in the first pinned comment, and it could be exactly what you need to finally cross the portal from scarcity to abundance. Allow yourself to explore it. Allow yourself to experience it. Because life doesn't change when you wait. Life changes when you act. Now, picture yourself lying in bed tonight, following this practice. Imagine feeling the energy of money flowing towards you like a silent, constant, generous river. Imagine waking up with a different lightness, as if a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. And over the coming days, imagine noticing the signs, an unexpected opportunity, some extra income, an invitation that opens new doors. These signs won't be coincidences. They will be the universe's response to the new frequency you have chosen to emit. And remember, there is nothing wrong with wanting more. There is nothing wrong with desiring the comfort, security, and freedom that money brings. The mistake is believing you don't deserve it. That belief doesn't belong to you. It was planted, cultivated, and reinforced, but now you have the chance to pull it out by the root. And every time you practice this 3-minute routine, you remind yourself that you are a creator, that you are the master of your reality, that the impossible is just an illusion sustained by fear. The future doesn't start tomorrow, it starts tonight. It begins the moment you close your eyes and consciously choose what you wish to impress upon your subconscious. And it doesn't matter how many years you've lived trapped in a pattern of scarcity, because the power to break it is in the now. It's as if every night is a blank page and you are the author. It's up to you to decide if you will keep writing the same story or if you will start a new chapter. And this is exactly what I want you to take away from this. You are not condemned to repeat the past. You hold in your hands, or rather in your mind, the most powerful tool in the universe. 3 minutes before you sleep. 3 minutes that can change decades. 3 minutes that can open paths where before there were only walls. So, choose. Choose yourself. Choose abundance. Choose to believe you deserve it. And allow yourself to experience what happens when you fall asleep vibrating at the frequency of prosperity. You will be amazed. If this message resonated with you, if it somehow awakened something in your heart, I want to ask for something simple. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel right now. By doing so, you strengthen this community and ensure you'll always have access to content that can transform your life, night after night, step by step. And when you lie down tonight, remember, before you close your eyes, do this. Because the last image your mind takes into sleep is the first seed the universe receives for your tomorrow.